He picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. I'm having problems, some technical difficulties, so I hope that this is clear enough for you. And good morning, good morning. Well, hello, James. How are you doing this fine afternoon? I have to charge up my ears. I went to put them on and it was like, urge. So what do you guys think? I'm finding this super, super disturbing. All of the, I don't like how much room defense is allowed to throw at the wall. It really bothers me. I was raised, beauty day. It's raining here, friend. So, I always thought, someone lies to you, it's like the worst possible thing. That's, to me, the way it feels. And the fact that that is just their job and it's okay. I don't know if I couldn't be a lawyer or if I couldn't be a juror, because as soon as I know that I'm getting fed BS, I stop listening. I'm done. So the fact that this is literally the defense's job to throw stuff up and hope something sticks, with this whole standing silent and not giving an alibi, all of these things, just to me, it seems so foreign that I really am bothered by it. I truly am. Oh, so we'll take a look at what's going on with the Kohbergers. It's going to be a relatively short stream this morning. Let's start here. So, okay, I'm on this one. I forget every once in a while. I'm back to my other... Hello, professional liars. That's why many... Oh, it's so gross. It's so gross to me. It is it's gross to me. Professional liars. Oh my God. Yeah, it's gross to me. It's just disturbing. So he is being ordered to reveal an alibi before October trial or forfeit the right to use one in his defense as his lawyers seek to have the case thrown out. They're also saying right now that the grand jury was misled. So let's take a look. So an Idaho District Court has filed a motion to force alleged attacker Bryan Kohberger's legal team, as his lawyers have sought to have his case thrown out, accusing the state of misleading the grand jury. The 28-year-old is accused of attacking Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Madison Mogan, 21, Zainer Kernodle, 20, and Ethan Chapin, who was also 20. And this happened on November 13th, 2022. So he is looking at a trial still that's set for October, and they are still looking for the DP for this little SHIT. The state has filed a motion to compel, demanding the court force him to produce an excuse for why he was not in Moscow the day of this attack, and after they declined to submit an alibi to the court before the deadline on Monday. Prosecutors are demanding Kohberger's team submit places and times of his whereabouts, as well as names and addresses of anyone that will corroborate. So is this not the normal way to do things? Am I wrong? Like, do you not usually give your alibi? Isn't that normal? Yeah, exactly. Assistant defense. And they are. And you know what bothers me is when Ann Taylor's up there doing all this crap, Bryan Kohberger is sitting there smirking, like to the point where I almost want to jump through my TV and throttle the little shite. Ugh. This case is this dude and his team, they're making my blood pressure go up and making bad words want to come out of my mouth. So let's take a look at this. This was from July 27th. So this came out yesterday. And this comes from William W. Thompson, and he is the prosecuting attorney. Motion to compel notice of defense of alibi, or alternately to bar certain evidence. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through Latah County prosecuting attorney, and respectfully moves the court for an order compelling the defense to comply in full with Idaho code, and it lists the codes, and provide the state with notice of any alibi that may be offered herein. Said notice to include the specific place or places at which the defendant claims to have been at the time of this attack. Number 2, the names and addresses of all witnesses upon whom the defendant intends to rely on to establish such an alibi. So they're not asking for a lot. That's what I'm thinking. Smirking with a tie like that, I'd hold him in contempt. You know, and the thing is why is he in a suit? He doesn't belong in a suit. Nobody else is in a suit. They're not in front of a jury. Hello, Connor. Good to see you, friend. So I really am confused here, friends. Like, hold that bugger in contempt. And exactly, friend. He didn't submit an alibi and we're supposed to think he's innocent. Okay. And yeah, laughable. Like, what the hell? It does, right? In my mind, it does. You know? Connor. That's true. You can't pull off a suit. Well, that makes sense to me. Yeah, it is. You know, you shouldn't go in there in your hold up blue jeans and stinky t-shirts. Yeah, this one's really bothering me right now. Like, let's get this going. Stop the bull crap. Stop asking for things you've already got. Stop asking for things that you will never get because it doesn't exist. Oh, yeah. So, Kohberger's defense filed a motion to dismiss, demanding the case be thrown out or remanded for a preliminary hearing. They're arguing that the grand jury was misled in terms of the standard of proof needed for indictment. Because what? The grand jury wouldn't know? His legal team also filed a request to halt proceedings without waiving his right to a speedy trial in an attempt to challenge the jury selection process. They're just like throwing everything out. Like, it makes me want to barf. Both sets of lawyers submitted motions demanding exhibits be sealed and kept from being relayed to the public during the trial. Idaho law stipulates that defendants must submit an alibi defense to the court within 10 days of a written demand from the prosecuting attorney. So why? Like this is saying, Latah County prosecutor in this case made that request in May. Kohberger's team appealed for an extension on the grounds that they had not had enough time to review the prosecution's evidence. So why do you need to go through this evidence before finding out if you can use something as an alibi? Yeah, we need a fair trial. My word. Agreed, James. Agreed. So, again, Idaho law stipulates that a defendant must submit an alibi defense to the court within 10 days of a written demand from the prosecuting attorney. That was made in May. So, in a notice filed on Monday evening, his attorney, Ann Taylor, wrote that her client would be invoking his constitutional right to silence and would not be submitting an alibi defense. What? All we want is justice for these kids. And I know that the term life isn't fair does come out, but come on, give me a break. There's no other suspect, and it's not because their eyes were focused on him. It's just that he's all over the place. Who else have they found that has got all of this stuff? From cell phone data to the vehicle being cited to DNA to, there's so much. Evidence corroborating Mr. Kohberger being at a location other than King Road address will be disclosed pursuant to discovery and evidentiary rules, as well as statutory requirements. There is a suggestion, therefore, that Kohberger's team may have additional evidence that has not been provided to the court. It is anticipated that this evidence may be offered by way of cross-examination of witnesses produced by the state, as well as calling expert witnesses. Last week, Kohberger's team filed a separate defense, suggesting that DNA linking him to the sheath may have been planted. Because that's what they're doing out in Butt F, Idaho. They are just, oh my God. They're just going after some random dude from Pennsylvania. They just thought, all of a sudden, everybody in this case just thought, hey, let's frame this guy. If he comes out that Brent Kohberger and him were working together, because that man can't speak for himself, I can see him and his demons blaming him. I could see it. Of course, everything that is said is speculation. I'm obviously not educated in any of this stuff. But I am extremely interested in justice. And it just seems with some of the things that I see happening as far as the defense goes, that they are able to put a stop to actual justice by interfering with the case. Like, oh, that's the problem. Like, it upsets me so much, Mexi. He's going to try to work in his alibi with the prosecution story, and that's it. Like, to see this happening, and I mean, I feel some sort of way about this. Can you imagine what the families feel? Like, just, it makes me feel sick to my stomach. You look at those faces of those kids and you see this shit show. It's like, oh no, no. This isn't right. So, this is kind of Mexi's area. This process is referred to, let's go back. When DNA is found at the scene of a crime that does not belong to the victims, the first thing police do is run it through their own database to check if it matches the DNA of any previous offenders. This process is referred to as a short tandem repeat, STR, comparison, and tests the sample against 20 DNA markers, enough to identify the person if their own DNA is already in the system, or in some cases, if the DNA of an immediate relative is in the system, for an example, a parent or a sibling. The criminal affidavit that was filed in January, shortly after Kohberger was arrested, said the DNA matching the suspect was found on a sheath recovered from the crime scene. Now, this is as close to Maddie and Kaylee. But from what the probable cause says, it was literally underneath Maddie, between her and her comforter. So investigators later closely matched the DNA on the sheath to DNA found on trash taken from Kohberger's parents' home in Pennsylvania, where he was arrested in December. So with that, let's not forget how many innocent people go to their parents' house and in the middle of the night, they decide to put on rubber gloves or disposable gloves and start sifting through his parents' garbage, and anything that's his, you just start putting it in a baggie. Anything that's yours, you just put it in a baggie. And then you take it and drop it off over at your neighbor's house. Please tell me why somebody that is not a little paranoid, not involved, not even, why would he even think of this? Why, if he had nothing to do with it? But instead, this guy that's quite innocent is sitting there going through his parents' freaking garbage. Mine. That is not normal. That does not scream innocence. Oh. Yeah, do you know how disturbing? It almost, I get so angry, it almost makes me emotional that they are allowed to do this. My parents would kill me if cops came banging through their door at 3 o'clock in the morning. Right? Yeah, no furniture. That's normal. What? And then we have all the people that have known him and talk about what an odd duck he is. Like, oh, how relaxing is that, James, right? Nothing better than after work, go home, sit on the floor, staring at the wall, soothing. Oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, this is all perfectly normal behavior. Yeah, pretty normal. And remembering that he supposedly doesn't even really have to think about this because it was just something that happened in a different town. And he should be, wouldn't you be thinking about, oh, that's really sad? And then kind of get back to, maybe get back to thinking about your family, Christmas, all of that good stuff. Like, oh, yay. No. Sorry, guys. No. No. Oh my God, leave it to me. Let's see if this works. Okay. Alrighty. Leave it to me. Duh. Yeah. Like, yeah. First couple of months of my first apartment. Maybe he did, Dandy. Unreal. Yeah. And yeah, that's normal too. I'll just, go out there and bleach my vehicle. Yeah, even minimalists have furniture. Yeah, no curtains in the shower. Yeah, it just all screams out perfectly normal. I do not have it in me to allow. My brain doesn't comprehend all the lies, and I can't get past all the facts. I really hope that they see all this bullcrap. So, a traditional STR DNA comparison was done between the STR profile found on the sheath and the defendant's DNA. The comparison showed a statistical match. The K-bar company that made the item believed to have been used has said it has no record of anyone named Kohberger, but they do sell to all sorts of retailers. And I do believe a place like Walmart, Amazon, all of those type of places. And that weapon has not been found. And they're still looking at October 2nd as a possible date. Beyond disturbing. Yeah, you probably slept in the tub. Now that I could see. It's not inhabitable without a recliner. What the H? What a loser, guys. Bombshell. Has sent defense points to error in an indictment that could put Idaho case in jeopardy. Let's look at this. No, not you. No, go away. So